Cam Jordan. All right. So, Saints guy, yeah, his dad was Steve Jordan, but he, at least on social media, he doesn't exactly shown that he's got a lot of love for the Minnesota Vikings. So I don't even know if that's even feasible. But he had 10.5 sacks last year. He'd be an incredible asset. I just don't think I don't know, and a lot of that could be the team that you're playing for. You hate them, just like we've had several Packers that hate the Vikings, but then become Vikings. So definitely could happen. Wes Johnson didn't think we needed to add anybody. Sorry, go ahead, Mark.
No. I was just going to add on Cam Jordan. I actually volunteered at the Super Bowl. So I was part of the volunteer crew, the Super Bowl that was in Minneapolis, and actually had like a 20-minute, half-hour conversation with Cam Jordan. And that was right after the Minneapolis Miracle. And he was like, man, as being a Vikings fan, it's like you took the game from us. We had it won, and then you blew it. And it was an interesting perspective just talking to him. It's like, so I'd like to see him there just because I've had the conversation with him and bring back the Jordan name to
Steve Jordan was an amazing tight end.
Yeah.
So here's the
interesting.
No, you're fine. So here's the interesting thing. So after Cam Jordan, and again, there's still a theme that everyone's thinking edge rusher. So now myself, Cole Smith, Ali Siddiqui, Brevin Bain, and Yannick Eckhart, all of us threw in Jadeveon Clowney's name. And the reason for that is, I think he's looking for it's probably going to be a short-term deal. He's, getting towards the end of his career. He still managed to have 8.5 sacks last year, and I just really think that this was my synopsis on it. The Vikings still lack depth at the edge position behind Dallas Turner and Jadeveon Clowney. By adding Clowney, who had 8.5 sacks last year in 13 games, the Vikings gain a rotational pass rush threat that could provide additional pressure on the quarterback and depth on a cheap one-year contract. That kind of move is ideal for the Vikings' current cap space and needs. So, yes, we did get Jauan Jennings a lot cheaper than I thought that we would. So that could change some things, but still, you got to sign your rookies and everything else like that. I'm not exactly sure what the contract would look like for Jadeveon Clowney or Cam Jordan, but both could be options here. And I think edge rusher in the depth there seems to be the consensus, at least between our writers at Purple PTSD and Vikings territory, as far as the position to add. You guys in the chat, what do you think? Free agent that's out there, who should we be looking to sign? Are we on? Is there somebody that we're missing that could be on the radar for us or should be on the radar for us? Let us know in chat for sure. All right, so next question with this. Now, we signed Jauan Jennings, which it was surprising. We didn't really budge on our price, right? So he came in. Rob Brzezinski had basically said that we're not going to overpay for people. Basically, that's what we did. I mean, he showed us that's what he's going to do. But by signing Jauan Jennings and getting that done, did that now lock Rob B as GM for the Minnesota Vikings?